Hey Flosstube, Ashley here from Boogie Stitcher on YouTube, Instagram, Etsy, and then our Facebook page is Boogie Stitcher's Crafting Corner. Hey, I finally got the intro correct. I am coming to you guys with a WIP update video. It has been so long since I've done one, and I have a huge pile on my couch to show you guys all the things I've been stitching on, any updates, and just everything update in general. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. I've been stitching on so many different things. We got counted, full coverage, stamped kits, you name it, I probably have it in here. And I'm so excited because I've just been wanting to stitch all of the things. So this one is, I don't know if I can pronounce the name of this pattern, but it is a calendar type of pattern. I'm gonna try and show you guys all of the pattern pictures like on my phone. It just makes it easier so I don't have to edit as much. But I am stitching this one right here. This one is La Finestra, I believe is the name. Yeah, La Finestra del Tempo. And I am stitching January. Yes, it is April. I am way far behind. It's fine. I've really been slow with my counted kits lately because I'm still in the process of switching all of my floss over from, not from binders, but I have everything kitted up. Like I have 2 big binders with my whole stash in them. And I received a whole new set of CXC floss for Christmas, so I'm in the process of winding bobbins again. That's taking a really long time because honestly I haven't been doing it. But I really like using them, so I have been using the binders and the bobbins and everything combined to try and stitch my counted, and sharing like a floss system for all of my projects, so we don't have to kit everything up because I just can't be bothered. But as soon as I can get all those bobbins done, I feel like I would stitch the counted significantly more because then it's less stuff to lug around and I don't have to go searching for all my different colors. So that being said, here's where I've gotten to. So I got the cute little snowman done, like stitched in. Last time I had stitched on this, I had just done the January, the snowflake and the little hat. So I stitched in the little snowman's face and his little scarf. So again, I just need to continue with this one. I really like stitching on it. It is a 32 count natural linen, I believe, from 123 Stitch. And I am stitching it over 2 with 2 strands, full cross. Guess I kind of need to say that, huh? Because I'm kind of stitching all over the place lately between full cross and half cross or 10 stitch, whichever you call it, everywhere. Okay, next up we have one of my favorite patterns, but I definitely don't stitch on this enough. So I decided to get her out. This is my Tinkering Witch. And she is an 11 count stamp kit. I just recently got into 14 count stamp kits and I love them. But I do have a fair bit of 11 count kits as like my older kits. And I'm up here in this corner and I just couldn't get past all these leaves and it was there forever. I was like, you know, I just really need to work on her. So I got her out and I really focused. And I'm excited to announce I'm almost done with the top row. Ta-da! Look at that. So I had her face done. That was the first thing I did. And then I came up here and started stitching just right here. And I was just stuck like right here. And then I was like, no, I really need to get this done. So I stitched all the way across and partially down. And I love her so much. So much. I really enjoy stitching on this one now that I got past some of those crazy confetti parts. I still have a long way to go, but I really love how she's turning out. This one is stitched 6 strand, 10 stitch. I have converted pretty much all my stamp kits to 10 stitch. I don't think I have one left that I am not stitching 10 stitch on. But this one is 11 count using 6 strands. I'm gonna try and close everything and just kind of put it in a pile. And it looks looks like one of the patterns fell down, so I'll do that one next. This next one I just recently worked on, and this was a gift to me from Nikki, which is the thread maiden on Instagram. She sent this over to me, and I decided it just didn't have enough progress on it. It needed some love. I saw that she was getting out one of her lanterns. I was like, I have to get out mine. So we got her out and started stitching. And I still didn't get as much progress as I wanted to, but you know, every stitch counts. So that being said, here we are. This is a 14 count stamped kit. I'm using 4 strands 10 stitch, and last time I worked on this I only had that much done. Just this. So this time I filled in the lantern. I'm missing 3 color symbols right there just because I happened to run out of all those symbols for that thread. But it looks so good. I can see like the outline of the lantern, the splash of color of light, and then the next time I get this out, I'm just going to be doing all this background to really make the lantern pop. This is a focus piece of mine this year. By focus, I mean I took all of my 180 patterns, or 170, whatever I have now, and I condensed them all down to about 40 to 50 patterns, and I'm just trying to work on those. Now, that being said, I do have a fair bit of starts that I'll talk about at the end of the video. So this year was supposed to be kind of a WIP down year where I kind of just concentrate on all of my older WIPs, which I have been doing, but I have also been starting new things, but it will all make sense later. So yeah, you only live once, it's fine. It's totally fine, it keeps us young. So there's that. Next up, for one of the prompts, we had my Easter dragon get called, or not called, but I picked it for one of the prompts that I'm doing. I draw weekly, or I spin a weekly wheel for me and a couple of my stitching friends, and we there's just like topics, and then we get to go and look through all of our patterns and we stitch on that topic. And this one was I think it was like a holiday, and I was like, well, Easter's coming up, so I'll do that. So this is Easter Dragon by Flossy Fox Shop. Where is it? There it is. I was like, I have a picture somewhere. I have to cover it up because, dang it. Part of the pattern is on the picture. There we go. There we go. Easter Dragon. So cute. Flossy Fox Shop. So here it is. Last time I had stitched this, I had done the border to here, I had done the border to here, and I had done these clouds. Other than that, I hadn't done anything. Oh, and I had done a little bit of the dragon. So I actually finished the dragon, did the sun, and then filled in all of this. And it was so much fun. I do plan on getting this out again before Easter. Don't know if I'll be able to push for a finish, but it is halfway done now. Or almost halfway, I guess. There's a little bit underneath this dragon because he's sitting in an open egg. But this is one of my favorite designers. Seriously, I love her patterns. They're so much fun to stitch on. I never get bored. But I really do need to finish bobbinating all my stuff so it's easier to stitch those things. Okay, next up, pattern fell out. Next up we have, let's see, I don't know, I just call her my cosmic girl. She's one of my watercolor girls, and she just happens to be kind of my hospital stitch. So my dad had like a bunch of surgeries done, and I started her when all of that was happening, and I seem to just kind of pull her out anytime someone's in the hospital. This year has been terrible for people and family members being in the hospital with either pneumonia or just, you know, just in general, and so I've gotten a lot done on her because this year's been crazy. But here she is, and I absolutely love her. And she's officially like my hospital stitch along. So here she is. So last time I had stitched on her, I had to here and up done, and then of course everything over here. So this time what I've done is I just stitched basically all of this right here, And now I'm coming over to stitch up here. So I stitched up here a little bit to try and work this part down to her face, and then I'll probably do her body. This one is stitched 11 count, 6 strand 10 stitch. The Easter dragon was a piece of 14 count Aida that I hand dyed myself, stitched over one with 2 strands full cross. I forgot to mention that. Sorry. I try and remember, but it's a lot of things to remember when filming. Okay, next up we have my mom's lighthouse. So she's stitching a lighthouse for me, I'm stitching a lighthouse for her. And this one's been going pretty good. It doesn't come with a very good picture, so of course I have to pull up the picture. Here is her lighthouse that I'm stitching for her. So this one I kind of just been having fun with it. I kind of like stitch a detail and then move on to another detail and then switch to background and then stitch kind of all over the place. But with this one, what I'm doing is, I gotta move all my threads down so I can show you what I have done. Okay, this one I stitched all this corner. I started with the lighthouse in the house. I really wanted to see these things done. Then I stitched background and then I was like, okay, I'm done with this corner, moving on. Then normally I would come over to this top or the bottom and stitch that, but I was like, you know, it'd be kind of cool if I did like this X thing where I stitch over here, then stitch over here, and then stitch up here and stitch down here to kind of get like a different feel for like all the things, and this is where I'm at. So right now I'm just working on the waves and they're starting to look really good. I'm actually almost done with this section. You can see I only have this section right here, and right here, and this might be too close to the hoop. So I just have to stitch this section and then I have to move over because I want to try and do that X. So I still need to stitch like right here to connect the two like diagonals together, and then I'll move back up to the sky. So I know there's a lot of hanging threads and craziness when I stitch, but here's where we're at so far. This probably isn't going to be done this year unless I really push. It's probably a next year finish, but I'm having fun with it, and it's 6 strand 10 stitch on 11 count stamped kit. So super fun. Next up, we have Pokemon. So I really pushed with this one. I got a ton done, but I'm running out of floss. So I started running out of floss with this one. Well, backstory, I guess. For all of my stamp kits that I have finished full cross, I've run out of floss. So I don't think this has anything to do with the fact that I'm stitching 10 stitch. I just tend to run out of floss in general because I have no care in the world about carrying my threads in the back, which is totally fine. I just need to color match, but I have yet to like go through my stash and try and find the missing colors that I'm missing. So I will show you the back to better help you understand. So I carry all over the place and I don't care. And the reason why is because I really just need to be able to stitch and not have to worry about things in the moment. I'll worry about them later. So here is my back so far. I am so close to being done with this thing. I just need to go look up those last few colors. So what I did this last time I stitched on this guy is I'm working on Bulbasaur, and I was working up here on the flower, and I had all this part done already. So I basically came up here, finished this part of the flower, and I stitched all the way down, and I really focused on this one, and it was so much fun, and he is looking so good. But yeah, I'm basically missing colors, a lot of colors, like 4 or 5 colors, and of course they're used up all in this section, so I only have right here and here to finish. I'm really hoping that his ear is going to show up differently. I might need to change this color right here because looking at it right now on camera, that should totally be blue and not this like creamish color. So we'll see what it looks like when he's completely done. But I'm so close to having this done. It's just that hoop, this hoop left right here, a little bit up here, and then over here, like one more hoop left. So anyway, this one I started as full cross, converted it to 10 stitch, so like 90% of it is 6 strand 10 stitch, and then 10% of it is full cross. And it is an 11 count stamped kit. And this one I keep in my my little Pokemon bag that DMsCraftyVortex. Dawn Marie. I always forget her channel name. DMsCraftyVortex. I don't know. I'll leave it down below. She sent me that when I had one of my kiddos, and it was just the sweetest little gift. Okay, next up we have my Hogwarts glass ball. This one is 11 count stamp kit. This one also I started full cross and I converted it to 10 stitch, and I have done a little bit on this guy. So this one is 6 strand 10 stitch now. Okay, last time I was working on this, I was working down here on the castle. Then I was like, no, I need to get like this done and filled in. So that's exactly what I did. I just came up here and started filling in more of the blues. Can't really tell, maybe, I don't know, maybe if you look at some of my past videos, you'll be able to see the progress that I've made so far. But yeah, this one definitely needs some love. It's definitely one of my focus pieces. I need to try and get some of my styles done, and I'm stitching this with Nikki. This was also a gift from Nikki as well. She's working on the same one. Love this one so much, and it's gonna look so good framed. Just need to get there. Hey, I found some headphones in my, hey, score. I found some headphones and an extra needle minder and a hair clip and some needles. Dang, I really left a lot of stuff in that bag. Heck yeah. It's like stitching mail all over the, like stitching mail, but I didn't like buy anything. I just leave little treasures in the bag for me to find later. Super fun. It's like when you forget you have money in your pocket and you go to wash it and then you find the money later. I never have cash anymore these days, but that used to be awesome. Okay, next up we have Sleeping Beauty. So I have been working a little bit here and there with this one. It's one of my focus pieces also. I really want to get this one finished, but I don't know if I'll be able to finish it this year, just because I don't know. Every time I say I'm going to finish something, I don't. So if I just don't say anything, maybe I'll get something finished. But here's this one. This one I started full cross, converted to 10 stitch. 90% of it is 10 stitch now. And I'm about done with where I have my hoop right now. And then I'm going to be moving more to her dress. So here's the whole thing. Well, here is the whole thing. And I'm about halfway done now. And the last time I was working on it, I was working over here and completed this background right here. I've now moved over and stitched in all this background, finished up her hair, and now I'm just need to finish up these last few stitches, and then it's too low for me to continue stitching right here. So I'll move my hoop down, leaving it in the same alignment so I can work on more of her dress and more of this background to have hanging threads for days for the background. So really love this one. 6 strand 10 stitch on 11 count. Yeah, super fun. I was like, where did my bag go? Here it is. Okay, recently I pulled out an oldie but a goodie. This was another prompt, and I think I'm going to continue working on it this week as well because I really want to get some good progress on it. I didn't realize how far I was on it. But this one is in your house, or in this house. It's a Harry Potter pattern. Let me pull up the picture if I can find it. I just recently had it. Oh, I closed out of it on accident. Hold on. In this, if I can spell this, in this house. Come on. Work with me, fingers. Oops. This is from Print and Decor. She didn't have this, so this is on her Etsy shop. When I went to purchase this pattern, she had had taken it off of her Etsy shop. I sent her a message and asked if she can put it back on, and she did, and then I snatched it up. But there are different There are different versions of this in this house included in the pattern. So there's that one with the Deathly Hallows symbol in the background, and then there's also this one which has all of the Marauder map footprints and the owls and stuff. I'll be doing this one, I think, and then I have to decide if I'm gonna put in the Deathly Hallows like in the middle. I haven't decided. But this one I'm also changing a lot of. I'm stitching a 10 stitch, and in every like meaningful word of the pattern, I'm changing the color based off of my mood and how I feel when I read that word, which is kind of fun. But this is stitched on 14 count Aida. This is 6 strand 10 stitch, and this is where I'm at so far. I just finished that word, so I need to move over the hoop, and I still need to finish back stitching Dumbledore's army. So you can't really see it very well right now because it's just light blue, but I will be back stitching it. I still also need to finish the other 2 houses, which are right here. I just need to look up the specific, I gotta chart out the colors of those houses. But yeah, this one goes like super fast. I just have to kind of get it out, and I don't have a phone to use for Pattern Keeper anymore. I have to use my computer, so it's just kind of a pain. But yeah, this one's out for a while, I think. Okay, next up we have a newer kit that I recently did an unboxing for. This one, I don't really have a name for her right now, but it's this girl right here. This chart, I am cropping the top part of her head because I feel like her head is way too big, and then it will also save me in stitching time, so it's going to be more like that. Let me get it zoomed in. There we go. So she's pretty cool. 14 count stamped kit, and I'm stitching 4 strand 10 stitch, and I haven't gotten too far on her yet. I've been stitching on other things. Sorry, my hoop has like come off, so I'm just trying to remove it now, since it's like the kids get into my cross stitch and step on it all the time. It's just a mess. But here is where I'm at so far. I have started outlining her eye. We got her eye right there. I started a little bit of her skin and forehead, and I just want to start right here with her hair because I want to see what the crop is going to look like. So supposedly I'm going to be cropping her head off, her extra hair, and stitching it like that. Obviously, let's see if I can get it even. There we go. That's what I'll be stitching. So super excited. I really love the feeling of this kit. Like I said, I'm really liking 14 count. Super fun. 4 strand 10 stitch. Okay, next up we have Peter Pan. So this is a Sal that I'm stitching with Abby and Sally, and I am behind. They are a lot further than me. We have like a new part of the pattern come out every month, and I don't know, I'm really struggling with Peter Pan right now. I love Soda Stitch. This is a Soda Stitch pattern, but for some reason, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Peter Pan. We are going to be stitching most of them, most of the Disney movies, but yeah, this one I'm really struggling with, but I am going to finish it. It's not a big deal. I just need to, and I really enjoy working on it when I get it out, but I struggle getting it out for some reason. But here is Peter Pan. And I think next one we're doing is going to be Alice in Wonderland. So we've just been taking up like, so month 1 is these 2, month 2 is here and here, you know, doing it like that. And we just split it up. And this is on 14 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. And so, you know, I've got a fair bit done. But I should have this top part, I think, done already, and all of Wendy. Yeah, I'm really far behind, but it will get done, all in good time, all in good time. Where's my bag? There's my bag. So, and I have this one completely kitted out too, so no excuses, actually, no excuses. Okay, next up I think we have a new start from when I last talked to you guys. Let me see what this one, I gotta remember what this one is, or like what it's called. Let's see. Oh, it's a mermaid. It's a mermaid like sampler style. And what's the name? What's the name? What's the name? Where's a picture of it at least? It's because I'm recording that I'm gonna have a hard time finding it. Let me see. Nope, I can't. I will insert a picture of it up here because I don't want to spend the whole time I'm recording looking at my phone. That's silly. So anyway, anyway, you guys know what it looks like because it's going to be up here somewhere. But I love this pattern. It's so much fun. I am stitching this on a piece of 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. And here it is. I haven't gotten too far, but I really love stitching on this one when I do get it out. And I am stitching this tent stitch. I'm stitching this 3-strand tent stitch right here. And I am stitching this with the DMC 4215. It kind of reminds me of unicorns. It's got like pinks and purples and blues in there. Super fun. Yeah, I really love this one. This one and another pattern that's kind of like it, but by a different designer, which is Alice in Wonderland, and I'll show you that one next. So much fun. Whoop. There we go. Okay, so next up is Alice in Wonderland, and this one is stitched on 16 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. And this kind of reminds me of like cotton candy, like the fabric color. Anyway, this one I know I have a picture of, so I will show you the picture. And it is Candle and Needle Etsy shop, and it's called Alice in Wonderland. And I absolutely love this one, and I love how I'm stitching it. I'm stitching it 4-strand tent on like cotton candy fabric. It's so much fun. The last time I showed it, I was about right here. I brought, oh, and I had done like just this little bit. I brought the border from here to here. I brought the border down a little bit more. I stitched in the rest of this, and I think this part was already done. And then I've just been stitching on more of the rabbit. Super cute. As soon as I get this square, I'll probably go again diagonal. Or maybe I'll go down because it'll just be easier to continue bringing down the border, but super cute. Also, yeah, one of my favorites. Okay, what is next? What's next? What is next? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, this one. Okay. This one is, I want to say it's like called Queen Bee, but hold on. I'll get the name. This one is called Warrior Bee, maybe? I have the picture. I just saw the picture. Book of Warrior Queens. There we go. By Haunted Frames on Etsy. Super fun stitch. I just got to halfway on this one, and this one will be finished this year. I am going to say that on camera because I know it's going to be. There we go. So much fun. It's only got like 4 or 5 colors. It's so much fun. It does have back stitch. Totally fine. I don't mind. This is stitched on a piece of 14? Yeah, 14 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. This last time I finished up the middle of this book, and then I started framing the other book and then brought this black over on the top. That's what I've done basically. But what I did with this book, I don't think I finished, yeah. So I just went and did 10 stitch all the way to outline the book, so that way next time I pick it up I could just stitch the other like leg, and then I don't have to look at my phone when I stitch it next. So much fun. I love all of the haunted frame patterns. Like I need to collect them all. I have a fair bit of them already, but there are a couple new ones that I plan on purchasing. Okay, next up we have the Dragon Sow. So if you don't know what this is, well, I mean, hopefully you know, but this is the WATOBIZ Dragon Eye Sow. It's this guy. Super, super cute pattern. I got 14 count stamped kit. It's a 50 by 50 and it's 50 colors. Now I started stitching this one and I've gotten to about right here. That's what I've done so far. But I am sad to say I think I'm going to be putting it aside. I'm putting it in like a timeout pile. And the reason why is because the canvas is super stiff and I haven't been able to soften it up. I did get my husband to kind of like play around with it and bring it around and mess with it to try and soften it up more, and it did help. But it's still, I like a very thin canvas for my stitching personally. Some people really love the thicker canvases, but me, I really like the thinner stuff, and I'm not enjoying this when I stitch on it. I've seen other people's progress and their progress is looking amazing, and this is a really cool pattern that WATOBIZ has put out, but I'm not really enjoying this one. So unfortunately, I'm not UFOing it yet. I'm putting it in a timeout. Yeah, just putting it in a timeout. So that one is there, and this one is put in my Dawn Marie dragon bag that she made me for the Dragon Sow, which is super cute. And because this one's going in a timeout, I'm going to put one of my new dragon patterns in here in this bag, and then I will talk about that right now. So I have started an Etsy shop selling patterns. Right now I'm just selling counted patterns, but I'm also providing the image for you. So if you purchase the counted pattern, you get the image in case you want to take that image and then get a diamond painting or a stamped cross stitch. I currently do not offer stamped cross stitches, however I am helping people get them if you need help getting them. I love stamped kits, so I have ordered a couple of stamped kits of my own patterns to try out and see like how they render as stamped kits, which is super fun. They are all in the mail. So I will show you all what I have coming, and then I will show you what I have actually started as counted kits of my patterns, because one good and bad thing about creating patterns is that I'm creating what's in my head. So all of my ideas and things are coming to life as an image. One bad thing about that is that they're all in my head. They're all things that I love, and so I have to stitch them, which is so bad, because this is supposed to be a whip down year, and here I am starting all of these patterns. But it is what it is. It's fine. We only live once, right? So it's okay. So the patterns that I have coming in the mail, I have ordered this one in an 11 count stamped kit. It's supposed to be here Wednesday, and I'm so excited. The next one I have ordered is this one. This one is coming as a 14 count stamped kit. And then I have another dragon one. This one is a dragon rider. There we go. I got this one coming as a 14 count stamped kit as well. And then I have this one coming as a 14 count stamped kit. So I announced that I am doing a SAL. I'm doing a SAL with this pattern that I created. It says we are all mad, or we're all mad. And I love it. I love it so much. This is a free SAL. Free as in I will give you my counted pattern that I have created for it, and the image in case you want to then take that image and go get a stamped kit yourself, or a diamond painting. It's a craft along kit, or a SAL. Start along? let's call it a start along instead of a stitch along, because I have so many patterns that I'm sure I'm gonna struggle keeping up with everybody. But it's a no rule sal, so take as much time as you want to start it, to stitch along, to diamond paint along, to craft along, whatever you want to do. I just wanted to create something and give something to everybody to be able to work on together, and I thought that was just, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited. I got mine as a stamped kit, a 14 count. I think I did 60 by 60 this time, and it's got a shipping number, but I don't have it yet. But I know of some people have started it as counted already, which is so exciting. So feel free to share, you know, any progress that you want. Again, it is a free sale. It will remain free. I have taken the pattern off of my Etsy shop, so that way no one purchases it. If you are interested in the pattern, reach out to me either Instagram or on my Facebook page, or email or YouTube as a comment, and I'm happy to send it off your way. That being said, I now have a bunch of new starts since I last spoke to everybody, and all of these new starts are things that I have created in my Etsy shop and have either created a stamp kit out of or are stitching counted. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right to it. All right, so the first one we have to show is a pattern that I created and then did as a collab for Fanzels. Unfortunately, this image is now basically broadcasted all across like all of the different platforms. So Paint Some Way, Fanzels, I think I saw it on Biggest Craft, I think Tapestry Market. Anyway, this is an image that I created, and it is now on my Etsy shop, but it's also broadcasted everywhere, which is fine. It is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. But here is my assassin. So this is a character from a book series that I am reading that I basically created to how I perceive the character. This is Selena from Throne of Glass, I think is the name of the book series, Sarah J. Maas. Anyway, this is how I see her, and I am absolutely loving this kit. It is a 14 count stamped kit, 50 by 50, and I'm stitching it 4-strand 10 stitch. I have finished her face and most of her hair, at least down to like her chest. And now I am stitching background. So here is where I am with the background. I'm basically working background to get over to the magic in her hand and her hand. But here's the whole thing. And I absolutely love this one. Super, super fun. And I love the thinner canvas, which is very nice. Next up we have, let's see, my very first start of one of my patterns. This one is my mermaid. It is my watercolor mermaid. And let me get to the pattern, a picture, so you can see what it is. There we go. It's this one right here. Super, oh, there we go. Super cute pattern. I love mermaids, and I don't have like a really, really good mermaid pattern. I have one, but I'm struggling with it because it does have a fair bit of colors on it, so I've kind of just put it aside. But here's where I've gotten to so far. This is 18 count Aida, using 4 strands or 3 strands tent. And I've gone to, yeah, just right here. I need to, I'm missing a couple of colors, so I kind of put it off to the side until I can finish bobbinating it so I can get those colors bobbinated and then continue on. Next up, we have a very sad start. So I haven't like actually got very much stitching done on it, but it is the Easter dragon. Little dragon eggs, super cute. But again, I'm either missing colors or I just haven't gotten started on it very much. But yep, there's my measly start. Again, this is 18 count Aida with 3 strands 10 stitch. It's kind of one of my favorites as far as like size to stitch counted on. Okay, next up we have, this is my Did I name her? Reading Fairy, I think? Yeah, Reading Fairy. This is stitched on 18 count Aida. This is just, I'm really drawing a blank. What is the name of this, the look of this Aida? I don't know, I can't remember. 18 count Aida. And of course we have a bunch of hanging threads. And I made a cute little needle minder off of a little charm that I got, which was fun. Anyway, so this is where I've gotten to so far on her. I've just been stitching her hat now. I'm trying to fill in some of her hat. I finished filling in her face, which was so much fun. And now I just need to get going on her hat because I want to see her cute little hat up here, and then I'll work down her body. Or maybe I'll go up to the bookshelf, I'm not sure. But she's super cute. And then next up is I have a pattern over on my desk that I have to go get. It's my night fairy. But I just started one last night. So I created this pattern last night, but then I also started it last night because, again, I have this image in my head and I feel like I just needed to stitch it. Everything just kind of was exactly what I was thinking of. It turned out perfect. And this is also a book character from one of my favorite book series, A Court of Thorns and Roses, who is a very underlooked kind of underdog character, and I feel like no one really seems to understand her, and I just really, really love that. I don't know why. I just some of the scenes in the book really just captured my attention, and this scene in particular really did. And then later on in the book series you learn a little bit more about it, but anyway, this is my interpretation of what she would look like in that scene. And of course I can't say too much about the scene because I don't know who has or hasn't read the books. I don't want to give anything away, but this is my Look of Revenge pattern. And the second I made her, I was like, I have to stitch her like right now. So of course last night I created the pattern and then I started it. So here we are. So this is my first time stitching on 32 count even weave, or no, this is 32 count. Where's the sticker? The sticker's falling off. I think this is 32 count Lugana that I got from 123 Stitch. I saw Dawn Marie stitching on 32 count tent stitch with one strand, and I was like, I need to try that. So I got a piece. Well, I had to wait for them to get more in stock, but then I got a piece. And so this is 32 count pre-gridded fabric that I am stitching, one strand 10 stitch on. And you know, I didn't think I would be able to do it, but I actually find the 32 count easier to see than the 28 count. And I'm not a really big fan of 28 count anymore because I have been having such a hard time seeing it. So I've converted everything over to 18 count or 22 count or 16 count, 18 being my favorite. And it's easily accessible for me. 32 count, I have to special order. But yeah, I am really liking it. Not gonna lie. I started in the top right, or excuse me, the top middle corner to make sure I had enough fabric because I was like 1 inch short from what I would prefer. So I started in the middle so that way it would be even on both sides. And then this is a needle minder that that Emma made for me. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, super fun to stitch tent stitch with just one strand. And it's going to be so delicate looking too, I feel like, which is just so perfect. It's like exactly what I imagined this pattern to look like. So there's that. And then let me pause the video so I can go grab my night fairy, which is the last one I have to show. Hold on one second. And we're back. I have to go over to my desk to grab this one. So this one is my night fairy. She's got some potion bottles. She's super cute. I love the little like castle looking mirror and the bookshelf. I started this one and I just started in the typical top left corner and I haven't gotten too far. I started missing some of the colors, and so I really, like I said, need to get all of my colors bobbinated so that way this was would be significantly easier. But I really love the colors of this one, and I already see some books coming to life, which is super cool. And this is stitched on 18 count Aida with 3 strands, 10 stitch. Okay, so yes, this year is supposed to be a whip down year. Do plans always work out? No, not always. Although it's a goal to try and get some of my whips finished and completed, so that way there's not so much to stitch. I have more time to stitch on the things that I want to stitch. Do I have all those stamp kits coming? Yes. Do I still plan on starting some more? Yes. So I do plan on starting at least one more, but I think I want to wait and get it as a stamped kit. And that one is going to be my Autumn Prince. I just recently created this one also. It's from the same book series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Again, it's my interpretation of a character. I interpret this character being Lucian in my head, and this is what he looks like. This was so much fun to make. I had to hand paint several details, well, digitally paint some of the details, and I'm still debating on whether or not I want to start him counted or if I want to get a stamped kit. I just feel like if it's a stamped kit, I'm going to work on it a little bit more than I would if it's counted. However, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if I want to wait to get a stamped kit. I have fabric right now to start him, and if I was to finish bobbinating all of my stuff, it would be so much easier to stitch him. I don't know. I might lose patience and just start him today. I just started Nesta today. Oh, or last night. I don't know. I really need to, I don't know, slow down on creating, I guess, because I keep wanting to stitch all the things that I'm creating. I need to start, I don't know, I guess creating things that I don't like. I don't know, or just have better self-control. That's what I need. I need a little bit more self-control on starting all the things, but it's fine. It's totally fine. I have all the stuff for it, so why not use it, right? It's just sitting there. So I don't know, we'll see. But I plan on starting him soon as well. I plan on starting the Sal with everybody as well as soon as my stamped kit comes in. Starting all of the dragon things. I'm really, like I said, just wish I had a dragon, a pet dragon. Apparently. But that is it. The only updates really is that, you know, I have the Etsy shop and the Facebook page. Started the Sal. I'm enjoying seeing everyone's progress on their Dragon Eye Sal. I just need to put mine in a timeout for right now or continue working on the fabric to make it softer. I'm not sure. But please share all of your progress pics. I love seeing everyone's progress pics of whatever they're working on. Yeah, I just hope you all have a wonderful day. Happy stitching, happy crafting, and thank you all so much for watching. Take care. Bye.